Okay, I'm trying to do this again. Hopefully my internet connection is now working. So, welcome to Baked in the Kitchen. We are baking again. I feel like I've done this already once. We're baking again. I'm making eggplant parm today. I know, it sounds very ambitious. First of all, l'chaim, bottoms up and cheers. That'll be the tequila and Diet Coke. Now, what are we doing today? We're making eggplant parm. And I hate frying, okay? It's not so much fun. So I looked up and found a recipe online that told me to do it in the oven. So what we have here, first of all, I cheated and I bought already sliced eggplants from Cedar Market because I did and I could. I bought those actually last week. Haven't left the house since Wednesday, people. Haven't left the house since Wednesday. And then we've got the egg whooshed up and we have panko crumbs. Now, these I've put potato starch on. I've covered them in potato starch. We've given them a good old dusting because we're going to take them there. We're going to put them into here. And then we're going to put them into there. So, first things first, I'm going to put this up so I can put my gloves on because I never ever like to cook without the gloves on. Why do we not like to cook without the gloves on? Simply because I hate having icky hands, right? I've always used gloves. So, here we go with the gloves. And then we're going to do this on one hand just to show you how we do the dipping. And then I guess I'm going to be just doing this basically, I've already got one in the oven. I'm hoping the one in the oven will be ready before we, let's see, one in the oven is worth whatever and whatnot. So we're going to take our nicely dusted eggplant. We put it in the egg wash. Now this is why I have the tongs, because this way it stops the whole doodah going this way. And then we're going to put it in there. And then we take the eggplants. Now, I do more than one eggplant in the egg at a time. I'm just doing this now just for show. Throw in the panko crumbs and we go like this. And we give it a good old shake up. And that way we don't even have to play with anything. See, nicely shaking. I've got to be careful with that shaking. And then we lay it out nicely on the, Now, I couldn't find any cookie sheets. So, do you know these oven liners? I bought those before Amazing Savings went out. And I did it with them. So basically now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in a much faster way. So what I do is I take a few eggplants, I throw the eggplant in, let's see if we get the angle down so you can actually see what I'm doing as opposed to just listening to me. Right, so we're going to take the eggplants, we throw a few eggplants in the egg wash because I'm a bit lazy and I want to get this done nice and fast. And then you see I've got all the other stuff to do. Then we're going to take the eggplants, we're going to flip them over in the egg wash. Now the reason why I do it this way so my gloves don't keep getting sticky. And this way I don't have to keep changing my gloves. I just have a little bit of egg thingy. And then you can see I'm so graceful at this. Gosh. Yes. No training whatsoever, what she says. I did actually do the degree in this, but who cares? Okay, then we're going to shove this in. And then we're going to shove this in. I seem too sober. I probably have to have another drink. Hang on a minute, let's do that. Let's do that. Right, we throw them into this bowl here. We give them a good old shaky. Oh, and what have I put in the seasoning? So we have regular panko crumbs here. But what I also did is I added some onion powder. Oh my God, which is what's giving it that amazing smell right now. And then oh my God, it really does smell good. Some garlic powder, also some great smelling stuff. Salt, pepper. I guess you can just throw in anything that you feel like seasoning. I didn't have any basil or anything because I'd probably throw that in just to give it a bit more of a Mediterranean feel. However, very excited. I dread to think how awful this is and I'm probably going to doctor it. However, I do have the Geffen pasta sauce with basil in it. So I'm hoping that might be a little bit better than the pasta sauce we had, which was basically just tomato sauce. It was called marinara, but it was not marinara. Dear kosher providers of sauces, we can do better. It doesn't need to be so liquidy. It doesn't need to be so just tomato. It's just tomato in a jar with nothing else. Come on, let's do better now. We've got everything else going nicely. I almost opened up the liquid tomato soup. I'm just making a matzo pudding out of this. Oh, matzo pudding! It's the right year for matzo pudding. Anyway, I'm going to pop those in there. We're going to chuck these into here now because that's what we do. And then we'll throw some more of these into here and those into there. And basically what we're going to do is we're trying to get enough eggplants so we can make some seriously good layers. I've got the tomato and I've got cheese. And, you know, when I make lasagna, I usually put like cottage cheese in it. So I'm seriously considering giving it a bit of a cottage cheesy feel. No, I just did that. Why did I just do that? I don't know why I just did that, but I just did that. Right, let's just throw some eggplants in there so they can like mush up on the egg. Yeah. Let's get this all mushed up with this. So now you've got it nice. It's so much easier to do it this way when you wash it. And then you've got all the eggplants coming out so nicely. See? And I could tell you how these smelled. It's delicious. And then I'm going to show you, I've got in the oven already some eggplants. Let me just finish up these ones, because once I've got the eggplants done. So, what's today's conspiracy theory? Well, I haven't actually been watching, I've been listening to Cuomo today. What's it? We did it. There's a lot of people that believe that, you know, New York did it, yes, and was God involved, was God not involved, was destiny involved, was destiny not involved. There are so many theories as to what's going on with this virus. We all seem to forget the laboratory in China. Oh, she said that. Yes, she did. So, we mustn't forget at the end of this. Right now, and can we please make a point, by the way? You want to blame the Chinese government. You do not, however, want to blame the Chinese people who make the best food. I will be getting my Chinese. I'm actually seriously thinking. I probably won't do it this weekend because it's probably going to be chaos at the store. However, I think next week, I'm going to get Chinese takeout for Shabbos dinner, just because in solidarity and to make a point that it's not the Chinese people we've got issues with, it's the Chinese government lying to us we have issues with. Yes, foil hat, blah, 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 whatever. It's all, so even CNN, by the way, to all you naysayers, actually are starting to question. They're the ones that actually put up the thing about whether, I'm just going to use my fingers now because this is like the last bit batch. They're the ones that actually put up the thing about whether or not, about the Chinese telling the universities and the researchers not to publish any research on COVID-19, China virus. So interesting. And here's my other question. Yes, I know I sound a little political, blah, blah, blah. Why is it that the virus never hit Beijing or Shanghai? Why is it the Chinese, with a population of 1.3 billion people, 1.3 billion, just know that number, had, 3,000 and a bit cases? Yeah, something is fishy, and yet we are being told that there were cremating urns being handed out continuously in Wuhan. Yeah, we're at 500 a day, and yet nothing. Why is it that all the Chinese doctors that were caught talking about it disappeared? Yeah, we need to ask the questions. We also need to be very, very clear that we are asking the questions of the Chinese government, not the Chinese people. You need to remember that. People need to learn to separate. It's the same way people have issues separate. Listen. This whole thing, as I said to my daughter yesterday, we all walked into the quarantine, like March, we all walked into houses, the world was one place. We're all coming out, this is what happens when I cook, I start to think. We're all coming out and the world is a whole different place. We're literally going to be, it's a new world order out there. When we come out of our houses, we're not going back to how it was before. There is no how it was before. This is a complete reboot and a complete change. And if you don't see it, I'm sorry, but it's insane. It's slightly scary and a little insane. And so here we have baked bacon with rants. How good is that? So now we have all of the eggplant on here. Now, because these are such flimsy sheets, we're going to get another one. Here's one I prepared earlier. And then we're going to take this to the oven. I don't know if I can do that with you guys. Hang on a minute. I can probably turn this around. No, I'm going to take the camera off of here. And then we're going to hope to carry this without killing it. Oh my God, this is like serious. And then we're going to open the oven and I'm going to get this in the oven. So here I'm going to show you, we've already got one in the oven already. They're toasting nicely. As you can see right there, I'm just going to put this here. We're going to take this, we're going to put this on the bottom tray without killing the oven. And hopefully the oven won't catch fire today. That would be even better. Oh my God, I'm going to burn myself. No, there we go. Into the oven. Okay, Alexa, set a timer for 25 minutes.
Second timer, 25 minutes.
Okay.
Starting now.
Alexa, how much time left on my current timer?
You have two timers. A 25-minute timer with about 11 minutes left and a 25-minute timer with about 24 minutes left.
I do not like Alexa. It is the start of the rise of the machines. I know, but she actually listened to me for a change.
Yeah, because she's nice.
So yeah, so then next up I have, as I said, I have my tomato and I have my cheese, and we're going to start layering. And I might put a layer of cottage cheese or something inside just to give it a little bit more mushiness, but we'll see. Anyway, this is me making eggplant parm on a, what day is it today? Tuesday, Erev Chag. And it's just something nice and something different and something not matzah based, which our insides will help us. If you, top tip, dried fruit and Pesach, best friends.
There's enough cheese in there to counteract the effect.
Well, we've got plenty of, yeah, that's also true. And we've got sugar. Anyway, so that's us for today. Any questions, any queries, I will get back to you once the parm, there. I'll take another drink and then I'll continue. Right. I've lost the ability to speak.
Yep.
Okay. Have you finished your schoolwork?
Yep.
Okay. Did you have any schoolwork?
Yep.
This is this one. Hang on. Where are you eating? Oh, watermelon. See, we still have some fresh fruit. I'm trying to explain to my children how hard it is to get hold of fresh fruit sometimes. They have no
She
idea.
keeps explaining it. She's not trying to explain it.
Because you have no clue what's going on out there.
Yeah, we do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, we
because
do.
they are eating me out of house and home.
There's hungry people. You have 4 children.
You're locusts. You literally are the plague of locusts.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, that's me in a
Well, we
minute.
still know what's going on outside, but we still want to eat.
That's true. They want to eat and eat and eat. And I very clearly told my children that I am not leaving the house.
4 teenagers.
Four teenagers. If eye rolling was a vaccine, I would be such a wealthy woman and would all be cured. I promise you. Give these kids 5 minutes alone. I told you, I was scared they were going to start building ballistic missiles in the backyard. In the meantime, both girls have redone their rooms. The boys actually cleaned their room today after I lost my... Okay, gotta ask the mums out here, because this is a good one. Something gets left on the floor. Right? How long does it stay there before you completely lose it? So I have a really good solution for this. And it will also give you a little bit of much needed time off. Take a photograph of the item that has been left, either if it's garbage, a wrapper, a shoe, anything. Take a photograph. Take a photograph every day, timestamp it, so that these kids are aware that when in 3, 4, 5 days, when you have your complete meltdown, screaming, shouting like a banshee, nobody cleans up in this goddamn freaking house, why is this so... Like when you absolutely lose it and go off the rails, yeah? Right? Then when they go, Mummy, I don't know what you're talking about. Right, pull out the camera with the photos. They will think that you are crazy enough that they will quarantine you in your room. Now, beforehand, before you do all of this, you need to set up a couple of things. First of all, in your bedroom, make sure you have supplies. Wine, corkscrew, wine glass, charger, chocolates if you need. Secondly, take out all the cleaning products, right, and put them in a place where everybody can see them, right? You're going to put them in a place where they are literally, they've got to trip up over them to miss them, right? Then you have the meltdown, right? And the kids go, Mummy, go to your room. You need to calm down. You need to calm down. You need a minute. Right, now you're in your room, right? Step one. Yes, step one sorted. You go to your room, you lock your door. You're having a meltdown. You got your wine, you got your chocolates, you got your Netflix, right? Gets better. Because the cleaning products are so close to hand and the kids feel a little guilty about setting Mummy off of the deep end or not wanting to reset Mummy off the deep end, they may actually clean. So that's my mum tip for the day. In order to, so have the meltdown, but when you do have the meltdown, just make sure that you're fully prepared. Oh, and mum's one last thing, yeah? Corkscrew, bottle opener, corkscrew, bottle, charger in the bathroom. Door with a lock, right? You'll thank me later. All right, guys. Good luck out there. Good luck to all the mums. Oh, someone's going to say, good luck to all of you battling with their children or dealing with other halves who feel that, you know, we just place things down. Anyway, anyone who is stressed, it's going to be fine. We're going to get through this. This is actually the second time I've done in home for the month of April, because last year we were back. And we can do this. Stay home, stay safe, stay masked if you go out. got you. Have a good Yontif, and I'll see if I can post the eggplant parm before it comes out, once it comes out the oven. Nice to see you all. I'm just babbling and hopefully creating some entertainment of my ridiculousness. And oh no, my fall hats aren't here. Oh, we took the fall hats out for Pesach. My fall hat is I'm buying a new one for the second half of Yontif. I figured I needed, you know, just to really go for it. Anyway, I'm absolutely talking garbage now. So bye, guys.